There's two essential things for skin health: proper liver function and resultant bowel function, and pure blood, pure clean blood. Barberry, otherwise known as Berberis vulgaris, is an excellent blood cleanser, but also stimulates the liver to secrete bile, which gets rid of waste products like hormones, which are excess in the body, and cholesterol. The juice of the noni fruit is antibacterial, antiviral, and can even inhibit precancerous cells. All in all, noni juice is excellent for the entire system: the glands, digestion, the heart, and the skin.
Herbs that benefit the skin. One of my favorites there has to be one known as red clover. One that, you know, in my own family, again, speaking personally, both topically as well as internally, we've used it a lot for conditions like eczema, which is an inflamed skin condition. Excellent salve of some sort made with red clover is excellent. Has some good anti-inflammatory properties and also blood cleansing properties, so it helps to deal with any sort of toxins issues that may be part of the skin inflammation. Also can be taken in internally as a tea or as a tincture, as a liquid extract. Very safe to use, again, for long periods of time.
There are so many different herbs. The simple one is white man's foot, or the good old-fashioned plantain. It's found all over the world, and you can use it for things that are simple problems, that you skin infection or wasp bite, anything that is going to require a astringent or zinc in it. And the thing is, these are parts of the plant which have healing properties, and with this, of course, you can use it also as a tea, and you use it inside and outside at the same time.
One of my favorite things to use for the skin is licorice root cream, and the reason is that the active constituent in licorice has an antiviral property, so it's really good for all the childhood illnesses like chickenpox and measles, for applying to the skin to help the lesions heal over faster.
Bo has a commonly used herb. It's peppermint in Chinese medicine. It will help disperse skin problems, or like if you have measles and it can't come up, it will help bring it out and then get rid of it.
When I'm working with herbs, specifically for the skin, if I'm working with a condition that we call teenage acne, there's a neat combination that I like to work with that works internally as well as externally, because I believe that's very important. Teenage acne, it's no fun, adult or child. So a combination that I work with is violet tea internally, as well as a burdock wash externally. And for a lot of people that seems to be very helpful. Again, skin conditions are diet and all kinds of stuff. Just as a simple day-to-day basic thing to do, drinking violet tea, which tastes nice, and using the wash with the burdock, again, for a lot of people is very effective and very healing.
I personally like to use an oil or a salve on the skin. I think they're very, very healing, and the base that I use for my oil, like something like olive oil, is healing anyway, and in a salve the beeswax is quite healing for the skin. It goes through the pores quite easily. I like comfrey, because it actually helps the skin to form back together again without leaving too much of a scar, especially if there's an open wound or a cut. Also, I like to use calendula, which is a common marigold that grows in most gardens, and that is really, really healing, because it actually is an antibacterial, which means that it actually helps to clean up wounds as well as healing them too. And also these two herbs could be used really, really well for any sort of eczema and skin rashes that generally occur, like psoriasis. The common chickweed that grows as a weed, basically, we sort of tend to think of it as a nuisance when it's in the garden, but actually if you pick it and use it, it's very useful for itchiness. So if a client of mine has a skin reaction that it's very itchy, using the chickweed in a salve or a cream is really, really useful for them.
There are certain skin types that essential oils can be used for, normal, dry, oily. And some of these essential oils are frankincense, patchouli, carrot, rosemary, lavender, rosewood. So there's a whole variety of creams, lotions that can be made that would support those sort of skin conditions.
One of my favorite mixtures for body care is a relaxing bath mixture. It's made out of equal parts of lavender, linden, chamomile, peppermint, and valerian root. Equal parts by weight. But if you don't have enough of something, that's okay. It'll still work. It's you just take a handful of it and steep it in a couple of quarts of boiling water and steep it for about 10-15 minutes and strain it into the bath. That's it. You get in and you luxuriate. And these herbs are wonderful for the skin as well. So you've got the relaxation and you've got the improvement in the skin. To improve the skin, I work internally as well as externally. And so I'll take herbs like dandelion or yellow dock, or my favorite is Oregon grapefruit, and just drink a tea of that a couple of times a day and find that by improving the liver, you improve the quality of the skin. Because if the liver's not functioning really well, then the skin, because it's an eliminative organ, has to take over some of that job of elimination. So by taking these herbs and improving the liver, the skin gets shiny and healthy.